So, another unboxing. This time the E1 IC Essential Thermal Compound from Cooler Master, grease cleaner included. But most of the time we'll go to this one, Black Edition. The AMD FX processor. It's an 8 core, 4 GHz, 16 MB cache in total. An 8 core, as you can see. QR code for the people who want to know for more information. Achieve ultimate power with up to 5 GHz and 8 cores. So the turbo function of this is quite high. Combine the power of this processor with AMD Radeon graphics and AMD 9 series chipset to deliver the ideal mix of an action-packed HD experience and responsive performances. Well, I don't actually have that, but I do like this processor. At the PC that I have now, I have an AMD Venom 2 X6, which has also great performance, which is also a black edition, and this is also a black edition. So let's unpack this thing. So normally I would have an Intel processor, but at my previous PC I had an AMD, as said, and that is actually quite good in my PC at this point, and so I thought, well, let's stick with AMD for a couple of years, because they are doing so great in my PC. I don't have any negative side effects from it. So the Advanced Micro Devices AMD processor. Inside you will find certificate of authenticity, the different socket information, package AM3 CPUs are compatible with socket AM3 and socket AM2 Plus and socket AM2 motherboards, which is good. So this is an AM3 Plus processor, and my motherboard that I have with this is also an AM3 Plus compatible. So this is the processor itself with a sticker, AMD FX unlocked, the processor itself with the pins on the back. So instead of Intel, AMD still uses pins on their processor, but that shouldn't be a big problem actually. I mean, if you stick it inside correctly and everything, then you should be okay with it. Let me grab this carefully. Can you see those pins? Yeah, you can see them. So yeah, the AMD FX processor. Let's put it back in. Let's keep it loose for a moment. Don't want to ruin the pins with adjusting the plastic. So, and inside this as well is the boxed cooler. So many of you will say, why did you go for a boxed cooler? Well, the one that I have now, the AMD Venom 2 X6, is also with a boxed cooler and is solid enough. I have a casing which has pretty fair amount of cooling devices in it, pretty much fans all around the processor, so I don't need a better CPU cooling device. I can just stick with the stock one. I can stick with this one, which is just as good of quality as the Intel stock cooler. But the thing with the Intel stock cooler is that it has a different kind of fan. This is just actually quite a normal fan on top of it, and you can get it quite loose easily with those clips in here, so you can better clean it up when some dust comes into it, which is pretty good. It has some cool paste already in there. That's enough for the first year or and a half or so. The thing to lock it in place, that's something you have to get used to. This one it's locked, this one it's unlocked. And you can even maneuver this piece, which makes it easier to get it in place. So quite happy with that. Let's put that aside. And then we have this one. Don't know if I'm going to use this straight away on the processor unit, but I can surely use this. My previous cool paste ran out. So there's a crease cleaner inside, which is good. It's a tissue as far as I can see. Specification: color gray, specific gravity 25 degrees, thermal conductivity 4.5, which is pretty solid rate. It's the best Cooler Master thermal compound I could find. So if you want my advice, go for this one. Don't know how it performs yet, but it did get the best rates, and it has a quite cheap price, €7 over here. So volume resistivity of 1 something, 1E, don't know. Thermal impedance and volume 1.5 milliliters with an application tool that comes with it. That's quite good. Pretty solid amount of thermal compound. So yeah, I'm not going to open this. This is pretty straightforward. So if you want to see any of my other unboxing videos, click the annotation right here. If you have any feedback, any comments, leave them below. And well, yeah, if you need any more info about the CPU or the thermal compound, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Okay.